Hi, I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community. I've been a trader and technical analyst for 8 years. Today, I'm going to bring you indices, commodities, one crypto or two crypto names, some marijuana, cannabis names, and then we'll look at some movers and shakers of the day. Let's get started for Monday, February 5th, 2024. Let's shrink my face and let's look at SPY. What happened with SPY today? We had a daily inside bar. You see the yellow candle? The yellow candle denotes inside bar. We closed fully inside Friday's range for SPY. Futures, same thing. Futures did not violate the range of Friday. NASDAQ, same thing. It stayed inside Friday's range. QQQ stayed inside Friday's range. And you'll notice you get declining declining volume in general when you have a daily inside bar. If we look at SPY, it had declining volume. As you can see, we didn't have as much as our average 30-day volume is 81 million, and we had 69 million today. So you're going to see volume kind of shrivel up, and then you get that misdirection on shorter term time frames as bulls and bears probe liquidity. I mean, look at the misdirection we had. Up, down. Okay, we've got a downtrend confirmed. Okay, we got an uptrend confirmed. Oh wait, we have a higher high. So we closed the day with daily inside bars. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Let's look at the data for tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a 3-year note auction that can move the market, and we have some Fed speak. So nothing major. Right now we have PLT earnings after hours. All right, what was the story today? So QQQ and SPY stayed within their prior day range, and IWM opened below the range of Friday. So if we look at lower term time frames here, we peaked above Friday's low, and then we fell, and we were in a 5-minute downtrend. We had a nice recovery into the end of day, but we still closed below Friday's low. The Russell is definitely carrying the weakness in the market right now, and that's a risk-off environment. Essentially, investors are saying, hey, we don't want to invest in small and mid caps. They're higher risk. So we're in a risk-off mindset. The Dow broke below Friday's low, and we're in an hourly downtrend. VIX, we have a daily EQ. You can see here we have our higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low, and we're just tightening up, higher low. We're tightening up inside this. So we have a resistance to break of 1463 and support of 1318. The other story today was the dollar strength. The dollar strength provided a headache for the market overnight. We had Powell speaking yesterday about that March cuts will likely not happen. He continues to drive that point home. Market opened a little red overnight. So we had the Bitcoin was up this morning, and I thought that could be a possible canary for the market, and it promptly gave it all back and closed red today in an hourly downtrend. So Bitcoin was unable to hold gains today. It was unable to get over 43,700 and then quickly pulled back. All right. Let's go look at gold. Gold closed with a 4-hour potential bear flag. Gold had major weakness today, as you can imagine, with dollar strength. We had oil weakness today. We did have a nice bounce. We've made enough room for an hourly higher low. We haven't quite established that uptrend yet. We're bouncing as bulls are searching for that daily higher low on oil. All right, let's take a look at Apple. Apple had early morning strength. We had a trade in it this morning on the opening show, and then we took a little green, and then we stopped out for a taco loss here, and then ultimately Apple was the name to beat for the day. We closed above Friday's range, so Apple dip buying continues. We had ARM. ARM was one of our Queen of the Mountain trades, and you can see looking back, we have the squeeze here on the hourly chart, and we were just ping-ponging between $70 and $72.50. We took that trade here around $72. I flipped out at $73.50 and at $73. All of those trades were given live in the room. Amazon closed inside Friday's range, and if you look closely here, if you take the low here of last Thursday to the high of the earnings reaction. I mapped this out before the day started. 167 keeps a bull flag in play at the time on the 4-hour. And now we're looking at it possibly on the daily or 12-hour. And if we zoom in, we can see that's exactly where Amazon bounced from. It found strength at that 0.382 retrace, keeping a bull flag alive. And we closed pretty strong considering its first cousin Tesla really did terrible at market open. And those can weigh on each other. Google's a confusing one because we did gap up above Friday's high. We never re-entered Friday's range. So that's relative strength, yet we still went sideways most of the day, and we closed with a 30-minute EQ on Google. We are in the gap fill area. Here from that gap down on earnings, we're in the gap fill area. That gap fills at 151.19. Not all gaps have to be filled. Be careful, a daily lower high is still the more likely scenario on Google. Microsoft closed with a daily inside bar. Y'all getting the theme yet? Close of the daily inside bar. We stayed within Friday's range just perfectly. Pre-market, we were unable to poke above 412.65, and then we just fell over. Meta, it's still a potential bull flag. This morning it was on the 4-hour time frame. I'm sure tomorrow we'll be looking at the daily time frame potential bull flag. It moved up 20% Friday after earnings. So the fact that it's digesting that 20% move is fairly healthy. No red flags yet. No red flags yet. Netflix. I was looking this morning. I think it was the 2-day time frame. We had these 2-day inside bars. We broke bear, so it's a 2-day bull flag. I know that's not a conventional time frame that we use, but I just thought it gave the most clarity. And we broke bear, and then we quickly reclaimed Friday's low. So we broke bear. So this could be a daily bull flag or a 2-day bull flag, if you will. We'll see how it behaves tomorrow. Again, it had a big gap up on earnings, so it's still digesting its move. Nvidia gapped up and held the gap all day long. Semis were completely strong, and that's what kept the market from rolling over today. SMCI was the real story, up 14%. And I know that everybody loves to short these crazy bull moves. It's moved $83 today, but you know, don't go pick on the biggest bully on the playground. We'll get our opportunity to short SMCI, I'm sure. But let's just don't front run it. NVDA, super strong, and we're getting new all-time highs. After hours, we need to hold that tomorrow. Let's see if PLTR earnings are out. It looks like they possibly have a beat, positive 10%. And again, SMCI will be on back burner watch tomorrow. Tesla gave up all support. All support. We lost 180. We're looking down at 164.35 as your next support below 175. We'll see if 175 holds. Your daily RSI is still 24. You did close with a long lower wick of bulls buying the dip. Let's see if this hammer candle could possibly get confirmed tomorrow and see if bulls can continue to buy that dip on Tesla. Let's look at some marijuana names. CGC with a very poor performance during the day today, down 4.5%. We lost the little daily support that we had here at 455. You're looking down at 426, and your resistance is at 527. Pretty low volume on today's sell-off though, so that is a little bit encouraging. CMPS had a 5-minute oversold bounce here. Was it 15-minute at open? Yeah, it was 15-minute oversold, and that bounce was just a beauty. We continue to get nice back burner trades on these cannabis and psychedelic names. This is a 14% bounce. Let me show y'all TCNNF. We had people posting about this one on Friday. Here at $10, look at the bounce. Into the end of day, 18%. Don't sleep on these cannabis names. They're giving some great range, and range is what you need for day trading and scalping. So beautiful back burner trade on CMPS as we held the daily 12 EMA at 1048. Long lower wick of bulls buying the dip. MSOS closed with a daily double bottom, 978 and 979. Best case scenario, if you're a bull, is that we held Friday's low. Now let's get a higher low compared to the 978 and see if we can zoom higher. As always, we're still waiting for potential news in the cannabis sector, and our room is all over it. All right, let me look at my notes. VIX Daily EQ. We have a little bit of data tomorrow. We have the 3-year auction. All right, I think that's it. Thank you for joining me, and use stop losses.